If you're a common watcher to my YouTube channel, you'll know I've not posted a video on the YZ project in a little bit, but I sure did make some progress. Alright, starting off with our engine. So our I guess a couple of our main biggest issues was our shifter shaft, which I don't have the other half of right here because I was looking for parts, was bent. You can kind of see, but right on this side here, the splines were all bent down, so we cut it and had to drill through it. Check out one of my last engine disassembly videos and you'll see what we did. And it still wouldn't come out, so we had to cut it in between the cases. So I had to find one of those, and I also don't have it with me, but we have the clutch actuator push arm thing inside of our plate. The rod that goes, here, a little tricky, but the rod that went inside here, the splines on the bottom were all broken. So found one of those. Looks brand new pretty much, I think. We're getting one of those. Getting new reeds, getting our shift shaft. Getting another right radiator because this one's bent up pretty bad. What else? Oh, we're getting a new one of these because, yeah, new flywheel. A new stator, rotor, whatever it is. Getting another one of those because that probably could be bad. And this is all from the same guy. Shout out Rad Dad Cycle Parts for all that. Should be here Monday, Tuesday. That's going to be a big part of this process. Also, on our kickstart mechanism, there's a crack, and those splines kind of look worn out. So I think there's one on Amazon for 25 bucks that just gives you this little the rod that everything sits on. And that should be one of the things we're getting. Gaskets, bearings, stuff like that. Gonna get a Pro X connecting rod, probably, and then just clean up our two crank halves, and then piston, engine sleeve, and probably put the cases together like on the table, and then just set those two cases in the bike while we build it, and worry about our whole clutch situation, because we're gonna need outer basket, like cage, whatever, inner basket, plate, yeah, all that stuff. We're gonna need all of that. Or get new reeds as well. Probably get new sprocket set, or we're gonna get new sprocket set, all from Amazon for that stuff, I think. What else? Neck bearings, because those were destroyed getting them out. Down here we have parts that are going to be cleaned up or whatnot. So here we're going to have these exhaust ends, high temp silver. Here. I think it's on this one. Maybe not. Forget where it is. Oh, there it is. Can't really see it. That black line there is a crack, so that's going to have to be welded. These are going to be high temp silver. This foot brake end is going to be silvered. Plates that go on the end of the swing arm, those are going to be silvered. Most of the stuff is going to be silvered. These are going to be blacked. These are our throttle tube stuff. The top part, that's plastic, so we're just going to leave that. That's that box. We have our exhaust cleaned up a little bit. We got our swing arm and linkage fully reassembled. We have our air box that looks pretty much brand new. after I clean that up. That looks pretty amazing to me. The only thing is these aftermarket holes, more airflow, whatever. Got a new air filter. Don't know if I already said that. 2 pairs of handlebars back there. I think I'm just gonna get a tusk set and maybe remove the bar pad so it looks more OEM. Gonna get a new shifter because there was splines in there at some point, I think. They're gone now. Like I said, gonna get a new chain sprocket and everything. New radiators might be something that we get at some point because they're $100 for nice aluminum ones with like any color hose you want for the most part. Carb rebuild kit, brake pads rebuild, whatever. Oh, polished up the levers. That turned out really nice. Where's the other one? Hiding back there. Gonna get a new kill switch because that looks pretty crusty, and I think they're like $10, $12. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna get chain sliders, new rollers, because that stuff's all messed up. That's pretty chewed up. There's a sprocket in there. And then another problem in our tank, this hole was stripped out for the radiator shrouds to bolt on. So we were trying to take it out, and it's just spinning and spinning. So we're gonna have to take that out, put a new one in, Yama bonder, JB weld it in, and then hopefully that will be fixed. So that's what we have going on with this. Might get a Boyson ignition cover at some point. That'll look cool. Probably clutch cover too, because that's not very good looking. But whatever. Also gonna get some of these off Amazon because these are destroyed. It's barely attached, and yeah, there you go. Get new ones of those. So our plan for the YZ is to get the frame completely cleaned up, painted, make it a roller, get the engine cases together, just slap the engine or the lower half in, and worry about clutch and top end and everything later. Just so we can spend a little bit of the time and keep making progress. Alright, we have our wheels cleaned up and our rotors. So what I did for these wheels was I took a Scotch-Brite pad and some PB Blast and went around the outside and in between the spokes with it. Excuse me, that cleaned them up really well. I have these rotors loose so they get torqued. Probably going to get a spec bolt kit, and I think those come with new bolts, so we'll not use those. For the spokes, I just took a wire brush, a small one, and went across them, and that cleaned them up pretty. It came out all right, and I just sprayed down the hubs and wiped those off. Took a Dremel to the inside of these. That kind of cleaned it up, didn't do much. That's the wheels.